In this video, we watch enablement allows us to set up dynamic service level agreements, SLAs, and how enablement sends email alerts when SLAs are not met. Software systems take time to process data. Often, we only insist that the processing data be small but would rather not answer the question to quantify a service level agreement. However, we need to know if the system is unusually slow or unexpectedly fast on a particular day and would like to be alerted of a deviation. With enablement, there is no longer a need to quantify the SLA before the system is implemented, as enablement compares the execution time with the average execution time and keeps track of the deviation of the current execution time from the average. And once this deviation exceeds the deviation threshold, it sends email alerts to appropriate stakeholders. When these thresholds are not set, enablement by default keeps a running average of the last 3 executions and checks to see if the execution time of the most recent transaction is less than 90% or more than 50% of the average time and sends alerts when it happens. These thresholds can be configured differently for each process. If the system consistently deviates in its performance, then enablement would stop sending alerts as the new average time would have recalibrated itself and would eventually come to match with the current execution time. We may choose to act on the alerts if we notice significant irregularities with the system performance and/or data. Once the performance issue is resolved, the system may once again send alerts as the new running average recalibrates itself. If required, we will use more than 3 recent transactions to compute the running average. Setting a high recent transaction count would mean more alerts for the same issue, as the running average will not adjust with a small number of recent transactions. However, we may choose to not be bombarded with multiple alerts for the same issue, and so the value of the transaction count should be chosen carefully.